boots, crampons and ice axes. Just some of the kit you'll need to use if you want to cross snow-covered terrain or spectacular glaciers like this. Let's start with boots. Cotswold rate their boots between 0 and 3. And this leather B1 boot is the most flexible hill walking boot capable of taking a crampon. Boots with a 0 rating are unsuitable for crampons. Stiffer B2 and B3 boots like Myrian's usually have synthetic or leather uppers. Although some B3 boots have plastic or composite shells with removable warm inners, which make them ideal for cold weather and high altitude climbing in places like Alaska and the Himalaya. Very cold and high mountains require loose-fitting boots to help maintain blood circulation. Crampons are graded from 1 to 3 as well, and so these C1 crampons are a match for my B1 boots. You can use a lower numbered crampon on a higher numbered boot, but you can't use a higher numbered crampon on a lower numbered boot. Myrian can use these C1 crampons on his B3 boots, but of course I can't use his C2 crampons on my B1 boots. But to be honest, if you've got your sights set on this kind of glacier crossing in summer, then a C1 B1 combination is probably fine. If you want to walk in the British Hills in winter, you'd be much better off using your C1 crampons with a stiffer B2 boot. Cotswold stores are located inside or near 11 of Britain's national parks. If you're planning to climb steep ice, you'll need to think about a stiffer B3 boot and a technical 12-point crampon like Myrian's. Crampons attach to boots in a variety of ways. This crampon has an easy-to-use plastic harness system. Myrian's have ski-style heel clips. Before buying crampons, check that their shape matches the sole of the boot. Now I've double-checked that those straps are all tucked away and the buckles are on the outside of my boots. That's because I've caught a crampon point in a strap before and fallen over. I just don't want to make that mistake again. This is where C2 and C3 crampons are most at home. And if you're undertaking this kind of climbing, twin axes are essential. On mixed routes, you might find yourself using your short ice tools in whole new ways. But if you're taking your first steps on snow and ice, your single, longer axe performs a very different role. Consisting of a long shaft, a moderately angled pick and an adze, the walking axe's principal role is to prevent a slip and arrest a fall. I make sure my axe is to hand before I step onto snow and ice, because if I find myself in a tricky situation straight away, an axe strapped to the back of my rucksack is going to be useless. The ice axe arrest is a bit like the emergency stop in a car. It has to be performed instinctively in the event of a fall if you're going to successfully stop yourself from sliding down the mountain. As with every mountaineering skill, your best insurance is to practice it on a regular basis. There are plenty of weekend courses in the UK each winter that teach the ice axe arrest. I also use my ice axe for other jobs, like cutting steps or a tent platform with the adze, and dislodging any snow that collects under my crampons. You can reduce the chance of this happening in the first place by fitting anti-balling plates. Snow-covered peaks and glaciers open up a whole new world to mountaineers. Learning the correct techniques and using the right equipment is your passport to experiencing these amazing places. Cotswold stocks a wide range of boots and crampons to suit all levels of ability and experience, as well as walking axes and ice tools for technical routes. It's essential that harnesses, crampons and boots fit properly. Cotswold offers this service free of charge in every store.